Was that your best game in the NFL?
Was that my best game in the NFL? I'm going to say statistically, probably, yeah, but my favorite game, I would say statistically, yeah. My favorite game, though, I would say was up in Green Bay in 2021. I feel like that was probably my favorite game so far. But statistically, I would say, yeah, considering I don't think I gave up a catch, had an interception. Should have had two and the pick six, caused another interception, had a few good tackles, had a few good plays. I think statistically, the feel from the game, I would say, yeah, it was one of my best games.
Yeah, so there's statistics, and then there's also just watching you, man. And we were talking about it before you came on. It's like you were everywhere, and you were physical. Like there was a physicality and like a presence to the whole thing. Maybe it's a product of the whole group. Seems like you guys, as an entire defense, are feeling connected and aggressive as we watch you guys.
Oh no, 100%. I think honestly, just taking that pride, taking that next step of being one of those leaders that starts it off. And I think too, it's one of those things where it's like we talk about it, but somebody has to be the one to ignite that fire. And for me, it's just going out there and knowing that my guys know that I got their back, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna play the game hard. I'm gonna play the game the right way, try to take care of the air as much as possible. Encourage the front, the D line to go out there and play on their side of the line of scrimmage. I try to tell them that every time we go out there, play on their side, we get in the backfield, whether it's in the run, in the pass, just be disruptive. And I feel like it's only right for me to try to do my part and lead that way. Just energy, effort, physicality, just trying to do my part to ignite that fire every week we step out.
So, there were a ton of incredible plays. It probably was your best game in the NFL, but we've been thinking about how one of them maybe goes over in the locker room after the game or when you get back to the sideline. DJ Moore goes on with our morning show after every game. Listen to how he talked about you and the would-be pick six.
He's a DB. They're not receivers, so they don't catch as good. He's dropping us some money, so we might need to fix that.
Maybe lose the gloves.
Nah, he's good with the gloves. And don't go out there looking, swag got to be right.
What is your response, Jaylon?
I feel like it's easy to say that. Everybody always say that. So, I wouldn't expect anything different from DJ, but, he has pretty good hands, so he can say stuff like that. But there are some receivers that have suspect hands as well, so I'm just not, like, the only one who's out here dropping passes. And, it's not – I don't know. It's different ways you could take that, but, at the end of the day, it is some money. He's right. I am dropping some money for sure, but, at the end of the day, I'm making some plays. So, it's not like I'm just dropping stuff and not making no plays. So, I have more picks than I have drop picks. So, as long as I stay on that side, I think I'm all right.
That's true. Well, no, you told us last week that, you stayed up, that you lost some sleep over the drop pick six. Could you, it happened again, man. Like, money or not, it had to eat at you.
Oh, no, definitely. I think it's just – it definitely eats at me, but I feel like just at a certain point, it's like I know I do everything that I can. I feel like for the situation, and I feel like it does. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. I stay and catch every day after practice, so it's not like it's just. He said it, but he doesn't see the work that I put in, or maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I feel like there's not a day where I don't catch after practice with quarterbacks, whether it's Justin, Tyson, Nate. I catch the ball before practice, during breaks with Coach Haugh whenever I can. So, it's not like my hands are really, I feel like an issue, I think maybe. So, it's just, I feel like maybe, I know for a fact in that moment I was for sure thinking about the end zone before. So, I know I didn't look all the way in. But, just honestly, it's like one of those things where I know I put in the effort to try to have good hands. I made the first catch. It felt easy, felt natural. So, I'm not really concerned about it. I just feel like you just got to just continue to go out there, put yourself in positions, and just put emphasis on making those plays and just keep putting in the work that I've been putting in.
Man, how can you not think about the end zone when you got all that green pasture? Of course it comes into your head. Are you more consciously jumping routes to put yourself in position like this, or is this just a product of your cover technique?
Honestly, for me, I'm not doing anything different than I feel like I've been doing the last couple of years. It's just you getting opportunities, or I'm getting opportunities now. So, I really feel like, the first one, in the moment, I didn't know how good of a play it was, but I feel like after kind of watching the film and seeing that play, I think that's probably one of my better plays in the NFL. And then really the second one, just the coverage that we kind of had a pressure on, so it allowed me, and we ran the zone behind the pressure, so it allowed me to kind of expect the ball to be out quicker and read the quarterback. And then I know I had TJ Hawkinson on the outside. I normally put him on the outside to try to get him the ball, whether it's a stop route, and it was, I think, third down too. So try to get him a quick route, either to catch it and then body his way to the first down, or get him in better position to go for it on fourth down. So I mean, I kind of had all that in my head. And then just also watching the quarterback, seeing him catch, turn, it was like, I mean, if I didn't jump the route, I'd be mad at myself more for not jumping it than dropping it.
We're talking to Jaylon Johnson. Did you see how high Justin Fields jumped on the would-be pick six?
Yeah, I think my dad or somebody sent it to me. It was, I don't know why. He didn't send it to me for Justin. I ended up seeing Justin in the background. I was just like, dang, he knows. I mean, Justin knows I'm a guy that likes to jump some routes. So, I mean, I feel like for him, he probably seen it and was hoping that, I mean, just like everybody else, me included, hoping that it was a pick six. Because he knows when my eyes are right and my feet are right, I'm going to go get one.
So, listen, man, I think everyone is rooting for you. I think Bears fans are rooting for you. I think Bears fans want you to get the contract and be here for a long time. Your teammates clearly are. You guys also seem to support Justin a lot. That video went viral in the locker room of after Flus gave the game ball to the whole team. He came out and said, thank you to you guys for picking him up after the 2 fumbles. How did you experience those fumbles, both on the sideline and Justin talking about it like he did after the game?
He said, how did I feel, or what was the experience?
Yeah, did you talk to him when he came off the field? Did you see him hanging his head? What did you think about how he addressed the team? Just kind of like, that was a tense last 10 minutes of that game with your quarterback fumbling twice, but you guys still winning.
I mean, honestly, in the moment, it's one of those things where it's like, surprisingly for me, and I thought for the defense, it was never like, man, damn, Justin, or like kind of like just mad. It was just like, here we go, like the series, like unfortunate events, like a series of unfortunate events just seems to pop up, and it's like, you just really never know who it is, and it's just, I mean, it just happened to be him, and I mean, he was trying to make plays, and I mean, honestly, it was never a thing where we're like mad or upset. It was like, man, here we go, we got to try to find a way to keep these plays behind us and find ways to win the game. And I mean, honestly, it's just about responding. So I mean, anytime we went out there, it was like, hey, we just have another opportunity to make some plays, have another opportunity to respond. And that's what we were focused on. So I mean, when he apologized, I mean, of course we appreciate it, because it would be different. He stood in the back and just was like, okay, yeah, like, yeah, we did our thing on offense. Like, nah, I mean, people know in a sense when somebody or a group is struggling. I mean, we've had our times where we gave up freaking 40 points and we're in a shootout, and it's like, hey, man, like, we got to be better. So I mean, we all been in those. Well, I don't know if we all, but most of us have been in those moments that you just want to, in a sense, have that appreciation and have that. I would say that sympathy for the other side. I mean, we all go out here and want to put our best foot forward, and when you don't, I mean, as a man, I think it's okay for you not to show up every day and be perfect. But, I mean, at least you can own it, apologize for it, and just do what you can to be better. I mean, we all respect him for apologizing. But at the end of the day, like I said, we've all had our fair shares of missed opportunities or plays that we didn't make or that we want back. So, I mean, it's no different for him.
You've talked all year about the way that you guys communicate, being authentic, being intentional, So when we see those moments now, it's because you've let us in. We know it a little bit more. And after the 2 fumbles, where was your confidence level that Justin was going to go back out there and make the plays to put you guys in position to win? How confident were you?
Honestly, I was confident. I'm just like, I mean, because I feel like watching the defense, you kind of can see where there's certain spots that you can hit, especially with the pressure. I mean, you can just see kind of the gaps, and even like the game plan during the week was, from what I was able to hear, was just being able to find those spots in the defense. So, I mean, we worked on 2-minute, 4-minute this week. So, I mean, it wasn't like we weren't prepared. It was just, we just had to go out there and execute. And I mean, I feel like in that moment, that there was no better feeling, I feel like, for Justin to go out there and prove that. I mean, even having guys catch the ball, the line protecting, I mean, it took a whole group effort. So I think as a whole, the offense came down and responded and got in position and won the game. Well, Cairo came in and the special teams won that game for us.
Did you see on Thanksgiving night, Charvarius Ward playing DK Metcalf one-on-one? Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's a heck of a game.
Right? And I was thinking about you, Jaylon, because he's a little longer than you, right? A little bit, or Charvarius, but either way, like he's just got such good technique. I was like, man, that looks like the way Jaylon talks to us about how he wants to play corner, like just smart and solid, not jumping stuff necessarily. I wondered, like, tell us, who are your favorite corners to watch in the NFL? The ones that you like the most.
Just today, who do I like the most? That's tough today.
It changes. It changes as we go.
It does change, because I mean, I can kind of say, not even kind of, I can say good things about almost all of, I feel like, the top guys. I mean, I feel like if you go down the list, I love Patrick Surtain's game. I love his technique. I mean, you have to talk about Jalen Ramsey and the way his physicality, the way he goes about the game, his playmaking ability, make plays on the ball. That's always evident. Who else? I mean, AJ Terrell, I love his technique as well. Who else?
That's good.
Who
How about Deron Bland? You brought up Deron Bland. He's got splash plays for miles now. He's got 5 pick sixes. He should loan you 1 or 2, right?
Not even loan me. I would have 3. I mean, I need to watch him a little more. Watch how he does a little more, and I'll be up there with him, almost chasing the record too. That should be 3. I should be approaching it too. But I mean, there's a lot really you can take from a lot of corners. I mean, everybody does different things. Everybody has different strengths. From the younger guys to the older guys. I mean, I've always watched Slay. I've always watched Xavier Howard. Even Stephon Gilmore, he's still out there making plays, and he's, I think, on year 11. So I pay a lot of respect to the DBs in this league, and I think we don't do a good enough job, I think, of hyping each other up and being on the same team. I feel like a lot of the wide receivers and tight ends and some of those groups are a lot closer than the DBs. I feel like the DBs always competing against each other and kind of always, I don't want to say hating, but just not showing enough love, I feel like, to the other DBs. So, I mean, just me, I appreciate all the DBs. I try to talk to a lot of the DBs after the game, just say what's up, appreciate their game, love what they're doing. So, I mean, just loving the game, appreciating the game. I always want to show respect to my fellow DBs throughout the league.
Well, I don't know if you heard this, but Troy Aikman's in the Hall of Fame, and on Monday Night Football, he put your name next to one of the greatest to ever do it.
Well, and it's a little bit of the Deion Sanders effect. When you're playing opposite of him, in this case, playing opposite of Jaylon Johnson, you got a target on your back. You're going to get a lot of throws in your direction.
How's that hit you?
Nah, that's big. That's a new one. I've heard a few good things. I heard that one. So, I mean, especially from Troy, that's big time. I mean, I know I can definitely have a Deion effect if I freaking catch the ball and then put it in the air and hot stuff. I mean, I'm doing a good job. I gotta be doing a great job. I gotta give Prime something to really appreciate. And I know he'll appreciate you catch that ball and put it in the air and hot step all the way. I know he like.
Yes. Well, I was thrilled that when Brisker got his, because you know that I keep asking you guys to do more fun celebrations. I hate the group picture that you guys all take in the end zone. He ran down there and mocked the skull chant. So I like that little trash talk.
Yeah. It was messed up because I wouldn't say pay homage, but I try to get a little inner Randy Moss in me, and I don't think they ended up showing it because I think they were kind of a little focused on Kyler and the penalty and things. But I had ended up doing his impression when he mooned the Packers fans. I had did that in the end zone on my first interception, but I don't think anybody got to see it from the TV copy.
Oh my God! And Joe Buck was on the call. He could have called it a disgusting act.
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
Oh man, that would have been amazing.
That was in my head. The first, I was like, when I get a pick, I got to do the Randy Moss. So I mean, really, I'm still gonna blame that on. That's why I missed the second pick, because I was trying to think of my celebration before I ran out.
Oh man,
I don't know if I would admit to that, but that is amazing.
I wonder what Buck would have said, because he would have an opportunity to
have a mea culpa.
Yeah, mea culpa, because he thinks that he was too harsh on that back in the day.
Yeah, hopefully he would have shown me a little less.
Yeah, would have been a little bit more generous.
Wow.
In that entire thing, man. That is hysterical. Well, it's funny, man. Like, I feel like you've talked about the contract so openly, and you just like were able to joke about like, yeah, you're costing yourself some money. Like, have you come to peace with it all? Like, whatever it is, you're playing well, you're having a great season, you're going to get taken care of. Like, are you at peace with what's going to happen for you 5 games from now?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I just want to get everything. I mean, I don't know. It's like I don't want to have like I don't want to say a greedy spirit, but it's like, man, I'm making so many plays, more plays than I've ever made. I've never had a multi-interception year. I mean, I haven't played at this level that I'm playing at. There's plenty of things that I'm doing great at a different level, at a higher level than I've ever done. And I think I feel like ungrateful for me to just, oh, well, man, I just keep missing these. And like, anybody can just talk about what they're not doing. But I feel like for myself too, it's like, you got to take a step back and appreciate what I am doing. And it's like anybody, I mean, I don't know how far you're going to go if you just always looking at what you're not doing. Oh, I'm costing myself money. Like I said, I'm not a money hungry guy where it's like, dang, just for the money, for the money, for the money. It's like, nah, man, I'm playing good football. I'm building myself up internally from my spirit, my mind, my heart. I mean, just doing things I feel like as a man at a higher level. So, I mean, I'm just appreciative for the steps I'm able to take. Just being a 24-year-old young man in this league going on his 4th year. I mean, there's plenty of reasons for me to want more, to be greedy, to have a certain mentality. But I mean, just for myself, man, I just want to keep improving as a man, improving spiritually, and improving my game week in and week out. And I mean, I'm gonna leave it up to God at the end of the day, and I know He's gonna take care of me. He hasn't failed me yet. So I mean, I'm not worried about the contract and what's gonna happen. No, I'm gonna be right where I need to be, and I'm just worried about continuing to improve. I'm not worried about too much of the other stuff. So I have extreme peace in that.
Well, you're a real one, Jaylon. Thanks for making the time, and those pick sixes are coming. We'll be watching, and we know they're coming.
Have a good bye week, man.
You guys have a good one.